Greetings and good morning. It is a wet day again on the Appalachian Creek. It is day 88 and we have a 20-mile day planned. I think that's what we agreed we're going to do. It's a weird section of trail. It's just not lining up the places to stay, exactly what we want to do. And a lot of people are seeking shelters, so more people are in the shelters. So it's creating some complications in our plans. So we'll probably, there's not another good place to camp or tent nearby when we get to Pine Grove Furnace State Park. We could camp at the state park, but that's $30 just to tent. There's also a hostel there that's only $25, and you can pay an extra $10 and get dinner and breakfast. So we'll probably do that again. But it's a wet day today, and we're again. I'd hoped that the water was going to wash away yesterday or last night, but it rained again last night pretty hard, and so the trail is just as wet today as it was yesterday. And it's supposed to rain again tomorrow morning, so it's we got a theme going on here for a couple days. I think that's all the information I have to share. We're good. It's 7 o'clock and we're a good 3 miles into our hike this morning. And I'll talk about the hostel here in a second. So we stayed at Through It All Hostel last night. There weren't a lot of options, and so we ducked into there. And it turned out to be a wonderful experience. It just so happened it was Wednesday, and so we got a free meal. Got to meet some of the parishioners in the congregation there. There was no pressure to do the service, which was on Wednesday night. So, but we were, more than welcome to if we wanted to. It was stocked appropriately. It was clean, nice warm shower. We could have done laundry if we needed it. It was just a really good stay. The one downside is it's a pretty good road walk to get there on a very, very busy road. So it was rather hair-raising this morning because we were at it early coming back to trail. If you stay there, I would highly recommend calling them, see if they can come pick you up. But yeah, very nice. I'd stay there again. So I do have an interesting milestone a couple miles ahead of us. The halfway point. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, the next couple days, it's really weird the way it looks like it's going to play out. I don't enjoy staying in hostels. Some people enjoy it. I like my tent. But I also don't like to be wet all the time. Oh, man. And so it's looking like, tomorrow... Well, tonight we'll probably stay in a hostel, and then tomorrow night, the way it works out, being near Carlisle, there's nowhere to camp or tent or shelter, and so we'll probably be in a hotel tomorrow night, and then the next night we'll be in Duncannon, and I'd like to get a hamburger from the Doyle, and so we may stay there too at a hostel. There's a really nice hostel there, so it may just be a series of hostels because that's where we're tenting, or that's where we're going to camp, and maybe that's okay. There's just some wet weather here we're dealing with, so maybe it's just divine intervention. We've been in the clouds most of the day. The damp, rainy clouds. It hasn't actually rained on us. But this is neat. Well, I've had a really bad morning. So the wetness of the trail, I think, is finally won. I'm feeling defeated. I'm now nursing these hot spots on my heels, where I believe primarily because of wet socks. I'm on my third pair of socks right now, and I've got one more I can use. I'm trying to save it for a little bit later, and I still have 7 miles to go. I'm having my worst day on the Appalachian Trail, and now it's starting to rain on me. So I'm at the halfway point. It's raining and I'm injured and I'm feeling miserable. And it's the halfway point. I think I'm supposed to be joyful right now. I'm gonna do my best to get into a hostel and lick my wounds. I think I'm supposed to be feeling joyful that I'm halfway. I'm also thinking, gosh, all this work and I'm only halfway. I'm struggling today. I am really struggling today. Not a good day. Remember when I got to the quarter point and I talked about, as a sports analogy I think about, and I was talking about the mile, how the first lap of the mile's 4 laps around the track, right? And the first lap of the mile is your legs are fresh, everybody feels good, you're kind of sizing up the competition. And the second lap of the mile is you kind of hit your stride and you're feeling good, but the last lap of the mile is, you've got just one more lap. I mean, this is the last lap, so you give it all you got. It's the third lap that's the most difficult because you're tired, you're in pain. It's gut check time, the third lap of the mile. Well, I just basically started the third lap of the mile in the AT. It's gut check time, and I'm struggling. I would just stop and tent, but nothing's going to dry out. If I can get to the hostel, I can get all my socks and shoes dried out. But I still think I'm at least 3 hours away. I do have one more change of dry socks I can go to. But I just passed a couple. It was really nice to meet them. I feel bad that I was kind of in a sour mood, all depressed. They recognized me from my channel. They said, well, the creek continues, so it's not like putting on dry socks right now is going to help me. I'm just going to get them wet again. All right, so I'm at 1100. First halfway, now 1100. And I'm feeling really guilty about having my little pity party back there when I ran into that couple that said, hey, we recognize you. I was right in the middle of my pity party, and I apologize to that couple. I hope I didn't come off as being, I don't know, a jerk or something. I'm still kind of in my pity party though. I'm not handling today very well. It's been a crappy day. Do I need to do a better job of explaining my sports analogy about the third lap of the mile? I can't. You know, I think of the Appalachian Trail as divided up into 4 phases. You know, you got the first, I don't know, 300 or 500 miles, 550 miles, and you got the second 550 miles, and which gets you to basically right here, and then from here you're going up into after Pennsylvania, you know, into New York and New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. So, and then you got the last 550 miles. It's basically Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. And so I think of, you know, in terms of the sports analogy, the mile, 4 laps. I'm just now starting my 3rd lap of the Appalachian Trail. Rather ironic, I'm having my most difficult day when I'm starting the 3rd lap of the mile. It's gut check time. So we're trying to get into the Pine Grove General Store. Initially, we thought we might be able to get there before they closed to do the half-gallon challenge. But I've had to pull up and start and hike a lot slower to try to keep from making a hot spot a blister. And but Philly went on, and apparently, in addition to the half-gallon challenge, the general store also has really good hamburgers. So he's going to go on and try to get there by 3 when they close to get the hamburger. So at least maybe I'll have a delicious hamburger at the end of this hike. And I'll do the half-gallon challenge tomorrow. The half-gallon challenge is kind of a hiker tradition that at the Pine Grove General Store, you eat a half gallon of ice cream. You're halfway, and so you eat a half gallon of ice cream. And I'm planning on doing that. I was going to do it this afternoon if we could get there in time, but I can't get there. So we'll have to do that tomorrow morning. That's okay. Maybe Philly will get there in time to get us a delicious cheeseburger. Well, this isn't actually halfway. Halfway was a couple miles back. But it is a good place to get a picture as though you're halfway. So just a few minutes ago, I about had a serious fall because I was trying to rock hop and keep my shoes from getting soaked. I mean, you see the trail. And finally, I just gave up. I'm just going to walk through all the water. I'm not going to try to rock hop anymore. Just take my time. Hopefully the blisters don't develop. So I don't want to fall down in the water. I tell you what, if I'd known it was going to be like this, I would have waited a couple days. This has been a miserable hike. You know, I wonder if all those gyrations I was trying to do to jump from rock to rock to rock on the trail to keep from getting my feet soaked, I wonder if that's what created my hot spots. I think maybe some consideration needs to be made to moving this trail elsewhere. Okay, you remember that that cheeseburger Philly was off trying to get? Well, they shut down the grill at 2:30, so even though the place closed at 3, they stopped fixing hamburgers at 2:30, and Philly screamed in there at 2:40, and so no cheeseburger at the general store. But we decided to get some cheeseburgers from Five Guys via Uber Eats. So we got our cheeseburgers after all. Okay, that was a really good cheeseburger. Let's close out day 88. It was a tough day. I wasn't just on the struggle bus, I was driving it. 20 miles into Pine Grove Furnace State Park. We are staying at a hostel that's in the state park. It's called Iron Master's Mansion Hostel. And actually, we're on the front porch, and the Appalachian Trail actually goes right down here in front of the porch. So I still have the hot spots, but they didn't break out into blisters or into open up or anything. So that's good. And we've got a little bit lighter miles tomorrow. We're going to hang around long enough to do the half-gallon challenge and then roll out of town or out of the park. So we probably get an 11, 12 mile day tomorrow. So maybe that will help my heels a little bit. And I'm tired and I'm going to bed early tonight. So take care. Good night.